Let's do some simple stretches to get rid of marionette lines. Marionette lines and the corners of the mouth turning down are very closely related. I have explained to you before that the corners of the mouth often turn down due to overuse of the DAO muscles, depressor anguli oris, or as I say in the Latin way, DAO muscles. Some people overuse the muscles when they are making unflattering expressions, such as expressing empathy, or I don't know, wonder maybe. You don't really need to use your DAO muscles for any expressions. You can express all your feelings in more flattering ways. So if you are in that habit, then maybe just pay attention to your expressions and try to get rid of those, unless you want your corners of the mouth turning down permanently, that is. Some people also overuse these muscles when chewing. You don't actually need to use them at all when you're chewing. So maybe have a snack in front of a mirror and just make sure that you are not using your DAO muscles to chew. You don't need them for that. Another reason for the corners of the mouth turning down is pushing your chin forward like. That's also a bad habit. It also ruins your lower teeth. So if you have tendency to do that, that's also something that you just need to get rid of. And the best way to get rid of a habit like that is just to unlearn it, just to keep reminding yourself several times during the day, whether it's setting an alarm for checking if you're pushing your chin forward or if you're turning your corners of the mouth down, anything like that you need to learn or unlearn a habit. The third reason for the corners of the mouth turning down is perhaps the most common, and that is the wrong head posture. Whether it's here or here, it makes the platysma muscle very unhappy. I once again pronounce it the Latin way, but platysma is maybe how Americans would say it. So the platysma muscle starts from the corners of the mouth and travels all the way down to the collarbones. The Finnish translation is the skin muscle of the neck, and I think that describes the muscle quite well. It attaches everywhere here above the jawline, the corners of the mouth, and then goes all the way down to the collarbones. And if you spend your days in this position, the platysma muscle is very unhappy. It's tight, it can be shortened, and it will pull the corners of the mouth down and create those marionette lines. You need to stretch that muscle. Now, I'm always very, very careful of not stretching the skin in this area, as that skin, if you're above 30 and you're white, Fitzpatrick 1 to 3, let's say, your skin will not bounce back if you stretch it. You absolutely can overstretch your skin. No matter what people say, oh, massage won't stretch your skin. It absolutely will stretch your skin. Sometimes you see when people have a scar that they need removed, you can actually stretch the skin so that you can cut the scar out. Yes, the skin stretches even for situations like that. So be sure that you're not stretching the skin here. You have two options for holding the corner of the mouth. My favorite that I usually do is that I put my thumb inside the mouth. My hands are very clean, obviously. Thumb inside and all of the 4 other fingers here on top. So that I'm not pulling, I'm just basically holding here. Now I'm going to do another alternative because I'm speaking, so this one is better for that. So I'm going to hold right here, just a little bit like this. A little bit like this. So I'm not pulling the skin here. I'm trying to stretch the muscle underneath, not the skin on top of it, okay? So I'm holding here, and my other hand goes all the way down to the collarbone, and I'm stretching in the direct opposite way. Hold for a few breaths. And then turn your head a little bit to the other side, changing the stretch just a little bit. And change once more. Be careful if you drop your head back. If you haven't done that before, please sit down for this, because you might actually lose consciousness if you do this. So make sure that it's something you can do. Stretch the muscle, not the skin. And turn your head all the directions. Breathe in and out through the nose. See if you can find one more stretch. And then release. Now try smiling and see if this corner that we have stretched now finds it easier to go up. Let's do the other side as well. So you can either put your thumb inside and the other fingers on top, or do this version. The other hand goes down on the collarbone and you stretch first in the direct opposite way. Remember that you're stretching the muscle. Breathe in and out through the nose. Turn your head. Change once more, maybe looking up if that's fine for your circulation. And try if you can find another position still that would give you a stretch on your neck. And return to center, and now try smiling. And see if your corners of the mouth find it easier to go up than down. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this stretch. I find this quite magical, actually. I do this every day because when I sleep, I get tension in my neck. My head posture is fine, but somehow when I sleep, I always get tension in my neck. So every morning I do this stretch to avoid marionette lines. Let me know what you thought about this stretch. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this. And as I said before, I have more videos like this, so subscribe if you haven't done that yet.